separates Asghar Farhadi from other film directors you have worked with?
Well, I think now that I know him, I understand more like the process, that he has when he's working with the actors. How does he make it feel? Almost when you're watching one of his movies, you forget you're watching a film. It's like watching a documentary. It's like you're just watching life happening. And after spending time in the last 5 years with him, because that's when he started to write the story, I understand the process, the amount of work and dedication, like apart from the huge talent that he has. He moved to live in our country, to learn the language, to be able to do a Spanish film. He really wanted to understand the roots and feel the roots and the energy of the place. And I think it says a lot about him, that how humble he is. I'm sure he knows he's talented. He's just a very special person, but that doesn't make him relax or he's such a hard worker and so humble about the way he looks at things, the way he looks at life, like a student.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel an extra responsibility when you are the one who knows the language and he doesn't?
Well, he's very open to ask questions. That's what I was saying before. Some directors are okay with answering questions, but they are scared to ask questions because that would make them maybe feel insecure. And Asghar is constantly asking questions because he knew he was moving into doing a Spanish film. He's from Iran. He didn't spend a lot of time before these 5 years, so he was including us in like questions about locations or dialogue or atrezzo or different things that would come up, and he would ask the people that have been born and raised there. So it's not like we would be telling him what to do, but of course, like if sometimes he had questions, we would be honest about it, and he was ready for any kind of answer. He's a very honest person, and with actors in particular, he would be like he's very kind, but very honest. So he would tell you if he thought you are lying on a take, if you thought like your eyes were empty, if he thought like it doesn't communicate it. So he would do that with all of us. So we knew like we would get the truth. After every take, he would say, and that is an incredible trust, that I value so much. I'd rather have somebody that would tell me when something doesn't work, and I know then when he says, okay, check the gate, we got it, I know that we got it because he always says the truth. He's like very, very straight.
Laura, your character in the movie, is coming back to her country after living abroad. And for a while you live in the US and you had to go back to your country from time to time. So did you connect with her in that sense?
It's a very different story because Laura left everything 18 years before and started another family in another country. And in my case, I never had that situation. I was always going back and forth from somewhere in my 20s. I started to work also in America and also in Italy, in France. So I would always be going to work and then back to my country, where I have always spent a lot of time and lived the majority of the time. It's true that I spent like 4 or 5 years living more in LA, I think that's the most that I have spent in a different place, and I enjoyed a lot. But always something calls me to go back to my country because of family, because that's what most of our family is.
How special is as an actress to work with somebody you know so well as Javier?
It's not harder or easier. It's just a different experience. I think it's something to do once in a while, but not every year or every 2 years. In this case, there was no reason to say no to Asghar. With this amazing story, great characters, and we both really dreamed about working with him. But I think once in a while is okay.
And finally, what memories brings you coming back to Toronto?
Great memories of being here with Pedro and with Castelito. It's a great festival. You always see great films here, and it's a celebration of movies and very respected festival. It's great. I have really good memories from it, so I'm really happy to be back with this movie.